Welcome to some One Piece action. So we got like a more unique Issho deck here, right? You can see we're using Smoker because Smoker could restand Dawn, and Smoker can be restood themselves, right? With the leader ability. Um, and then we have Kaino, who I think it has a really strong on play. I understand the conditions of needing to have rested characters, especially since he's meant for a different leader, right? Like that's why the restrictions is the way it is more so meant for a different leader. But I'm just like, to be able to pop a 5-drop as a 6-drop without having to discard cards from your hand, wild strong. And in theory, this deck kind of deals with rested characters anyway, so you know what I mean? It's like, why not? Ooh, took that early game hit. Feels a little risky though right now. I'm not. What I'm saying is, well, we got blockers, so okay, we're good. We're good. I was just like, man, how would we counter out if they do that one more time? The attack, and then we play in a blocker. Yes. Because I'm like, okay, if we play Kuzan, draw a card, we can't stop another swing like that. But now we're relatively okay. Ooh, they whiffed. Ooh, you hate to see that happen. Well, I mean, if you're on the other end, then, that's exactly what you want. I wonder what's in the deck. I mean, for you to be playing, both Momo and Otama, and then whiff, that's crazy. Because that would imply that it's Wano heavy. Wow, we really don't have a 2K. That's weird. Okay, we're playing it safe. We're trying to keep at least one Sengoku. Well, their board isn't threatening. So the question is, what would we play this turn? Yeah, there we go. Clean up the searchers, of course. You're not saving that. Well, I wonder what's worth developing. Like, yeah, okay. I was like, maybe Kobe's not too bad. You clean up the board, but the board is ready for Kobe. Oh, because we don't really need the Kuzans. We've got another 10-drop. That Kobe is going to be very toxic. If we can actually get both 10-drops on the board. But mind you, our defense we got to be relatively lucky with our defense. Well, that actually sucks. At least we got a 2K out of that. Okay, we got a healthy amount of counter power right now. And I do mean a healthy amount of counter power. And then we're gonna be able to play another blocker. So, in the event of let's say a Hody Jones play, because obviously they'll just end up resting our blockers. We should be able to counter out of a swing. Why didn't we get rid of the Sengoku? Like, brand new has 3K power. Okay, that's called... Oh, you're losing that. Anyway, that's relatively called luck right there. I was like, Hody Jones, no, please, no Hody Jones. Could we have survived Hody? Put 2 on Hody, and then the rest. Yeah, maybe? No, probably not. Okay, forget it. I'm doing all this imaginary math. Gotta love it. Restand that Dawn. KO something else. I would attack it because that would encourage them to lose cards from hand. Okay. They want to go for game? Is that what it is? Oh, I get it. Essentially, we don't need the Kobe. Wow. If you don't top deck a Hody. Yeah, okay, yeah. Didn't top deck a Hody. That's crazy. Essentially, it'll probably be better off letting it die and then setting their board up and making sure they had defense. And then now we essentially should be able to just go for a game. Okay, understandable. The funny thing is we could have even swung with Kobe, put a bunch of down on Kobe and swing. Whoa. Are we okay, I'm about to say, I was like, are we gonna be brave? But yeah, essentially this is an Issho deck with just a different flow, ideally. You know, you're just trying other cards that could potentially work well with Issho. So, like I said, you see the Smoker. That's a good card with Issho. You can essentially swing, restand, and Smoker can always make sure you have a Dawn available to use your leader ability. And like I said, the 6-drop Akainu, super good stats, essentially. Super good stats. If you got Kobe going, if you got, whatever, then essentially you're like, let's say Kobe's already on the board. You play Kobe's ability, rest, KO something. I don't know. Obviously you're gonna need something else on the board. You use something else, and then you play Akainu. Bow. So it's like a play that takes 2 characters off the board, and now you have a 7k body as well. Mind you, Akainu's ceiling is really high at 5. To be able to KO a 5-drop and no cards out of hand, it's really good. Okay, I think I see what we did there. Essentially, they have to attack the Kobe because, funny. Okay, we just like, forget it. Because essentially, we dropped a 2k. That would encourage the next swing to be onto Kobe. Oh, good stuff. Well, their hand size is really low. Man, the moment we can set up that Smoker, we got this. Because their hand size is so low. Activate. See, what are we gonna do here? Gets rid of that. And they probably see it. They probably see it already. Once we start attacking with our Smoker and just getting banished, their hand size being so low, it won't really matter. Yup, let's get them blockers on the board. Let's get them blockers on the board. Well, we do know if we swing, they're gonna block. So that's a given. Well, that's good. We needed a blocker. At first, I was thinking the Sengoku, so we can dig for some sort of board remover or something, but low key, I'll probably just end my turn. Oh, yeah, play the blocker. And then just end, restand. Yeah. And see, we got 2 blockers. 2. And if you play something stupid, we got a -4, a -1, and a -3 available. block. Ooh. Why are we playing like that? That's dangerous. They're not stopping that. Burn. Oh, they did stop it. Oh my god. Is that not risky? Like, what the heck? We need to keep top decking blockers. Oh my god. Burn. Maybe we should have kept that Kobe for counter power. I agree. Let's put pressure. Attack, attack, attack. I'll start attacking with everybody. Yup. We just like, no, wait. There we go. Yeah, put them in lethal range, right? Okay then. I guess they're technically still in lethal. And we stopped them from potentially, what, getting a blocker, I guess? Yeah, we gotta block that. Okay, cool. Cool. We're good. We're good. And then you have that one Don just looking creepy. Oh, they're trying their best. Okay, they just said F that. Because obviously, since we didn't have a blocker, we were just going to have to Hail Mary and Don stack and swing. So they're just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. They had 4K pump. Yeah, I think we have more. It didn't matter. We just had to swing for 9 minimum. But I ain't gonna lie. That green smoker, man. Real talk. That card got value with Issho. Value with Issho. I mean, it's crazy. We're only playing 2. Like I said, this was just like to try other things. Because you see we got Kobe in there. We got this. We got that. So the deck has a little mix of flavors in here. So just putting ideas out there, essentially. Okay, at least we got the smoker. I was like, man, I hope we don't bottom deck our 10 drop. Because, ooh. But there was no 10 drop. We get smoker. Wait, we don't even need 10 drop in this matchup, right? This ain't the type of matchup where we're gonna need a 10 drop. Okay. I mean, we have 2Ks. Okay, we're just like, let's get some resources. The benefit of searchers in this matchup. He could protect it. Okay, smart. Because obviously, that was just going to be a leader swing right behind it. That's funny. We technically can save our brand new. Oh, okay. We're going to put some pressure. That's not a bad idea, protecting our brand new. Normally, you want to give them an attack target, like as in general. But because of this, the play style of this Zoro deck, essentially you want to have as many attackers as possible for your counter attacks to really help clean up that board. Because, you know, if you can't control their board, it's going to get real disgusting. Yeah, we don't really need cost reduction. Oh, there's our 10 drop. It's not like we need cost reduction too much against this deck. Like, it's funny, if we could reach a game state where we can drop our Kuzan 10 drop, then everything's just going to be 0. Like, if we were somehow lucky to be at 10 Don right now, then potentially playing a 10 drop would have been great. You just pop one card, attack the rested character. That's 2 cards off the board. We got 2 life. We got a bunch of counter power in hand. Just start trying to protect ourselves from a bunch of things. Okay, yep. We can play, pop. So thanks to our leader ability, essentially everybody is just 2 cost, giving our T-Bone max value. Just literally 1 Don, everything pretty free. Okay, we got a banish on that Luffy. Player is just organizing their hand. If this was Yu-Gi-Oh, that would be a terrible decision. Then again, I think it's always been like commonplace to like put your hand under the table and shuffle. But I wonder how like tournaments, they probably you gotta keep your hand up and shuffle. Can't be putting nothing under the table. Are we gonna get a bunch of swings or? To be honest, I'll be swinging with everything. Six. How's that a 6? That means it's 3. I thought it was like a 1 drop 2K, right? Then no. Whoa. My math is just terrible. My bad. I'm like, I really thought they just needed like 1 Don. My math was terrible right there. Well, if you play another card, please get rid of the Sengoku that's on the board. This is essentially good. That Searcher just turned into a defensive character. But the benefit of having our Searcher is that we don't really need to waste a valuable attack on it. So in other words, a 5k swing or higher, which would have been a valuable attack. It's like, nope, we'll just use this card that we're not going to use outside of this circumstance. Put pressure on Luffy, deny them resources. Yep, okay, they choose to counter out. We can just swing again. Then they have to make a decision. Okay, you probably counter out, so on and so forth. That's the tricky part, just knowing when to let a card go sometimes. And then sometimes that play is pretty cool because it's like you saved it once, so that way it can eat up 2 attacks. Okay, good. We chucked the Sengoku this time. Sometimes you gotta think like that too. It's like, okay, I'm gonna save it at least once to make them attack again, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So one card from hand is helping you deal with 2 attacks. Oh wow, that sucks. That sucks, but it just happened. Yeah, this game is all about resources and resource management, real talk. Both players are low on life. Zoro's board is full. Strong Makino play. Well, we do got a card to help us get out of this situation. Can we block? I see, so we can do that. And now next turn, we have another character to attack with. 2 cards in their hand. 2 life. We no longer have Smoker. But technically, they're in lethal range. Attack for 7. Attack for 7. If they was to chuck 2, that's fine. So on and so forth. So yeah, we should be good. Yep, that's game. G? Question mark. Fudgy. Thanks for watching.